You know how you scroll through endless listings of recliners, all promising the perfect blend of comfort and help, only to end up with a chair that looks great in pictures, but leaves you feeling cramped or struggling to get up. That's the exact frustration many of us feel when we think a powerlift chair will be a game changer, but then it ends up being a pricey decorative piece. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I started looking at powerlift recliners for my parents, I kept a running list of the things that matter most in real life. Can they sit down and stand up without pain? Does the chair fit through the hallway? And will the extra features like massage or heat actually help with sore muscles instead of just humming in the background? Most product pages focus on lift height or max weight in isolation, but they rarely explain how those numbers translate into everyday use. The first thing I noticed about this particular model is its space-saving footprint. The frame is narrow enough to slide along a standard bedroom wall, and the seat depth isn't the deep dive you'd expect from a lounge chair. That makes it a realistic option for apartments where you can't afford a full-size recliner that hogs the whole corner. I measured my own living room doorway about 30 inches wide and the chair slipped through with a little wiggle, something I've seen many reviewers miss when they only look at the product dimensions on the site. Assembly is another point that separates wishful thinking from reality. The instructions come in a compact booklet with clear line drawings, and all the hardware is pre-sorted. I was able to get the chair upright and fully functional in under an hour, even though I'm not a handyman. The only hiccup was aligning the powerlift mechanism with the base. The guide suggests a firm surface, and I had to move a small rug out of the way before the motor could lock into place. Once that was done, the chair's electric lift worked smoothly, raising the seat about 3 inches, just enough to relieve pressure on the knees when standing. Now, about the lift itself. For an elderly user who spends a lot of time sitting, the biggest fear is the chair getting stuck or the motor humming loudly enough to startle. In my test, the lift engaged with a soft whir, and the transition from seated to standing was gradual, not a sudden jerk. My dad, who has mild arthritis in his hips, reported that the gentle rise helped him straighten his legs without the sharp snap you sometimes get from cheaper models. The lift also has a manual backup if the power ever cuts out. You can pull a small lever to get the seat up a few inches, which is a reassuring safety net. The built-in vibration massage and lumbar heating are the nice to have extras that often feel gimmicky, but they actually deliver tangible relief when used correctly. The massage function offers 3 intensity levels. I set it to the lowest setting while my mom read her favorite mystery novel, and the subtle pulses helped ease the stiffness in her lower back without distracting her from the story. The lumbar heat element warms up quickly, staying comfortably warm for about 20 minutes before the automatic shutoff kicks in. For anyone who spends long evenings watching TV or knitting, that gentle heat can be the difference between a sore back and a relaxed night. One practical strength that's easy to overlook is the built-in charging access. The chair's armrest includes a discrete USB port, so you can plug in a phone or a tablet while you're seated. This means no more dangling cords or having to get up to the bedside table to recharge. I tried charging my phone while the chair was in massage mode, and the power draw didn't affect the lift motor's performance at all. It's a small convenience, but in a daily routine it saves a few steps that add up over time. However, there are a couple of trade-offs that potential buyers should keep in mind. First, because the design is aimed at saving space, the recline angle is limited to about 95 degrees, enough to lean back comfortably, but not a full A-flat position you'd find in a cinema-style chair. If you're looking for a spot to take a nap or watch movies with your head fully supported, you might find the angle a bit restrictive. Second, the chair needs a nearby electrical outlet, and while the cord is relatively short, it does mean you can't place it too far from the wall. In a room where the power source is on the opposite side, you'd have to run an extension cord, which can look untidy. Who should consider buying this power lift recliner? If you or a family member has limited mobility, struggles with standing up from a regular chair, or just wants a gentle massage.